Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcy. Thank you for clicking on that thumbnail. Always showing up, showing you guys some love. Click that like button right now and that thumbs up, you guys. Because I know sometimes I forget to do it and then I have to go back and do it because I'm so engulfed in the video. So yeah, click that like button, subscribe, turn on those notification bells, all that good stuff. And let's get to it. I'm going to be talking about some amazing, light, airy, fluffy, fresh, free gourmands today, you all. There were a couple of people that made comments because I'm always talking about gourmands. Oh, do you have any fall recommendations for non-gourmand fragrances? I got a lot of those too, and a review is coming up on like just some florals, fresh florals that you can wear in the fall as well. Not gourmand leaning, not sticky sweets, not super gooey. So these are some fragrances today that are not sticky sweet, super gooey, super sugary. They're light, fresh, airy gourmands that I think you may absolutely love. The two of you that left me the comment, or that may want to, you might want to dip your toes into these gourmands because they're on the lighter side. They're very lovable gourmands. One doesn't have a gourmand note in it, and I'll let you know which one that is. But to me, it's giving me vibes of gourmands, and it's smelling like something a little similar, but I love the fragrance just the same, you all. So y'all, let's get into this fragrance. Almost a little bit of a haul, and then I'll tell you about something that I have coming up, and if you are interested in those fragrances as well towards the end. So the very first one I found when I went to Macy's to sniff the newly released Burberry Goddess, Burberry. So I decided not to get Burberry Goddess because I got a lot of lavender in that fragrance. It reminded me of other fragrances and I wasn't getting a heavy vanilla. So the sales associate, this was like a couple months ago, decided to spray Devotion on me. I was like, no. She was like, oh, this is lemon, vanilla. I was like, I got enough lemon, vanilla gourmands in my fragrance collection, which I may do an updated, maybe lemon fresh gourmand centered review fragrances that I have in my collection. So I was like, no, I have Unknown Pleasures, by the House of Kerosene, and I love Unknown Pleasures. I don't need another airy, lemony, vanilla gourmand, okay? Because y'all know that this is my baby. It's my end all be all. I was just making sure I grab the right one because sometimes, they're in a row and the plaques are all the same, you guys. So I was like, no, I don't need it. So she was like, try it. I was like, okay, the bottle is cute. Okay, so I'll go ahead and try it. So she sprayed it on my arm, and I was like, oh, it's nice, So I was like, it smells like lemon and vanilla, but I was like, no, I have Unknown Pleasures, whatever. I love Unknown Pleasures. Unknown Pleasures, if you all don't know, it's my #1 gourmand in my entire collection. It has honey, Earl Grey tea, there's some caramel. It smells like a warm lemon pound cake to me. Really rich, sweet. The lemon is bright, fresh, and non-heady in that fragrance, and I love it. It smells like I said, a lemon pound cake with Earl Grey tea on the side, but you get that sticky sweet icing that I smell, like that tart sweet but bitter icing. That's delicious. Anyway, this one, Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana, she sprayed it on my arm. So I went through, I smell there was a Dolce & Gabbana, one of the fragrances in a purple bottle that I actually pick up that I'm going to be putting in a haul. And there was another fragrance that I smelled. None of them really pleased me, so I left the store. But as I walked around the store, I kept smelling this on my arm. I went back to it. I was like, this smells more like vanilla. The lemon kind of died down for me, and I'm getting more of creamy, just more of a bready, shortbready, centered smelling fragrance. Just more vanilla. This is the vanilla that I was looking for in a Burberry Goddess. So you get a little bit of lemon in the opening. So anyway, I said, as I went home, kept smelling it in the car on my arm. I went back up to the store. I could not find this fragrance. It was not online. So I called my SA and I was like, why isn't this fragrance online to purchase? Because I was going to purchase it that night. So I left it alone, couldn't find it, called my SA within that week. And she said, I don't know, it should be. A month passed by, completely forgot about it because I wasn't going to go up to the mall, just for this fragrance. A month passed by. Somebody told me, because I posted it in a reel, that I really loved it on Instagram. Somebody said, you know what, they got this at Joma Shop for $99. So initially I was going to purchase it from Joma Shop, but then I said, it showed on the bottom, oh, it's going to take 1 to 2 weeks. You guys, this is too long. Okay, so anyway, I am loving this fragrance, okay? So anyway, I ended up, after about a month and a half or 2 months, going back up to the mall about 3 weeks ago to get this fragrance. I love it. You know, it was intoxicating. I kept sniffing my arm and this fragrance stayed on my mind. Did I need another vanilla lemon shortbready cakey fragrance? Yes, I needed this one, and it's completely different. This is smooth, this is airy, this is light, but the performance is not light, but it's giving you that fresh, airy. It almost reminds me of a slight lemon, a tea biscuit, sort of, or a tea cookie, I think it is. But you get that breadiness, that fresh airiness, almost like a tonka in here, but it doesn't list tonka. So there's lemon in here. There's sugared lemon or candied lemon. There's orange blossom. There's some rum in here. There's some panna cotta. I think that's a breadiness. And that's probably what I get in this fragrance. There's a note of rum, but I don't get the rum in this fragrance at all. But it is very fresh. It is gourmand. I don't know any designer fragrances, not the Privé line or Armani or Dior, but any in-store designer fragrance that smells like a straight up gourmand. This is literally a straight up gourmand, and you need to get your nose on it, guys. I was very surprised and very shocked, but this fragrance stayed on my mind, and I'm loving that it is in my collection, and you need to get your nose on this one. Like I said, Joma Shop had it for $99, but it was going to take way too long, so I bought it, ended up purchasing at Macy's, and it had some other little, you know, nice trinkets to go along with the perfume. Y'all, this is 100 mLs, and I think I purchased it for like $140 or something like that, and it's actually totally worth it, you guys. Performance is great. So moving right along, the next one we're going to talk about is I finally got, you know, the Hyped Up, and I had a dapper version of this that smells super, super similar, but the dapper version doesn't give you the fruity peachiness that this one does in the opening, but in the dry down, they smell the same. So this is by the House of Sillage. Y'all talked me into getting Hufflepuff. Okay, I was like, I'm not purchasing that fragrance. Anyway, I found Hufflepuff for 50% off, so I jumped on it. The bottle is gorgeous. My favorite color is yellow, and that is what initially attracted me to the fragrance, was the yellow bottle. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous. Now, in this fragrance, it dries down. It almost smells like a lemon, peachy, pineapple-y meringue vanilla to me. It's beautiful. So the notes you have coconut, lemon, there's peach in here. There's also freesia. I don't get any of the gardenia in here. You may get like a light airy floralness from the freesia, but I don't get gardenia in this fragrance, and I've worn it multiple times. There's also jasmine, vanilla, and a cedar note, and it's not woody. It literally smells like a coconutty pineapple, peachy lemon meringue pie with the crust, okay, from the vanilla. So anyway, glad to have this in my collection. It's a super light, airy, fresh gourmand, and I'm glad to have it. But y'all, I had to get it for 50% off. That being said, let's talk about another House of Sillage that I ended up getting for 30% off. Okay, I'm stubborn when it comes to certain things and certain fragrance houses. Okay, so I've had Mickey for about 3 years. So I finally got Minnie. Okay, Minnie is a beautiful raspberry. It almost smells like a raspberry tart. Okay, you get that marshmallow raspberry. You get some light floral notes in here, and it's hard to open. I'm not even going to open it to smell it. I also have the dapper version of Minnie as well. It smells just like Minnie, okay? Minnie, you get a little bit more raspberry in the opening, but they dry down to exactly the same. And the dapper version for the 50 ml cost me $65. So guys, if you want to try these fragrances and you're not sure about the price, like I said, the dapper version is pretty much 95% like spot on to these fragrances. Hufflepuff they have, and then they also have Minnie as well. So beautiful, light, airy, and not to mention all of these fragrances, if I did not mention, are fall worthy. Even though they're fall, light, airy gourmands, they're definitely fall worthy. Yeah, I got this for 30% off and I'm absolutely loving it. But I do have the Dapper version, which I'm going to wear that one as well. But beautiful, like this one smells like a raspberry tart with marshmallows and whipped cream. You get that dustiness on that marshmallow and that airy, fresh fruitiness, y'all. It's beautiful. Get your nose on it. Minnie by House of Sillage. All right, the next one we're going to talk about, actually, you know, you guys, let's talk about this one first. So this is Vanilla Love. This is like a slightly vanilla gourmand leaning fragrance with some beautiful airy additives on top. So you get that Vanilla Love by the House of Jimmy Choo. You get that beautiful saffron note in here. You get a light airy myrrh, just makes it a little more warm, spicy. I think there's some black pepper in here, but it's fresh and airy as well. It's a beautiful vanilla fragrance. It smells a little fruity to me, you know. I think there may be apple. That's what it is. It smells like there's a light green apple or a fresh, airy Fuji apple in this fragrance on top of the warm spiciness. So if you don't like a heavy, really sweet gourmand vanilla, then you need to get your nose on this fragrance. Now, mentioning the light, airy, vanillic, fresh sweetness, we also have Oudgasm. Oudgasm is my least favorite. I still love it, but it is the least one that this was like the fourth one. This is the least that I like in the KAYALI collection, but I love it, if that makes sense, you guys. This was a beautiful, fresh, airy vanilla. Both of these fragrances are beautiful, fresh, airy vanilla. You get a lot of saffron in here. There's saffron. I do get the oud in this fragrance, but you really have to smell your arm. And if you're not very familiar with oud, then you may not get it. You may get just a little bit of woodiness or a slight animalic note as it dries down and depending on how much you spray. But I think there's pear in here as well. You get that white musk in here that makes this fragrance very fresh. It's a little woody, you know, but I do love these. But these are two very fresh, airy vanillas, slight gourmand leaning that you need to get your nose on. But like I said, out of the ones, I'm going to do an updated review on my KAYALI collection, very brief, because I did do a haul because I wanted some full bottles of the ones that she sent me. So we're going to be doing a short review on that and a revisit, you guys. So Oudgasm Vanilla Oud is beautiful, light, fresh, airy. If you don't like a heavy vanilla, get your nose on these two fragrances, you all. This one, you really get that saffron and that warm spiciness of that myrrh. The next one we're going to talk about is one, if you want to smell like milk chocolate, yet fresh, airy, not too dense, then you have the beautiful, super affordable Choco Oud. This literally smells like a milk chocolate bar, you guys. I've had this for, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years. I remember taking this to work about 4 or 5 years ago and spraying it. And I let one of my patients borrow this fragrance. And he's so amazing, an amazing young man. And he actually gave it back to me. I told him he could have it because, you know, there were some smells going on in the room that he wasn't too pleased about. And I happen to have this in my bag. So, yeah, that's why I haven't decluttered this, because this literally reminds me of him. And the time that he used it, I'm surprised he didn't use the whole bottle up, okay, to spray the whole room. But y'all, and yes, I cleaned it off, okay? But a patient that I will never forget. He's amazing. And, you know, that's all I'm going to say. But anyway, Choco Oud is a beautiful, you can use this as a layer as well, but it's chocolatey, milk chocolatey. It's fresh, it's airy. And if you want to spice something up or make it a little sweet or chocolatey, then you can use this one. Choco Oud by, who's this? REHAB, I think it is, REHAB. So the next one we're going to talk about is one that my girl Keitra talked about. She literally talked me into buying this fragrance. There were a couple of Bond fragrances that I sold on my Macari, but y'all know that I love Gourmands. So I ended up purchasing this fragrance, and I found it at an amazing deal. It is a tester fragrance, but I had an additional top because I used one of the fragrances up that I had from Bond. So anyway, Chelsea Nights, you guys. I love Chelsea Nights. This literally smells like, there's some florals in here. We'll do more of an in-depth review on my Bond Fragrance House collection. But there's a beautiful floral in here. There's some cacao. It smells like hazelnut. It's sweet in the opening. It smells like tonka beans, sandalwood. It's really resinous yet airy, but I'm getting, you know, a woody, fresh, airy, slightly gourmand leaning scent that I absolutely love, you all. I love Chelsea nights, and I can't wait to have some fun in Chelsea at Scent Explore. So I hope you are going to Scent Explore. If you are, I will see you over there. Hopefully I'll see you over there. But I got a lot of running around to do in New York. But I think Scent Explore is going to be held in the city of Chelsea. So I had to have this fragrance. And this is what I'm going to be wearing over there and taking over there with me. And no telling what else I'm going to buy over there as well, y'all. Anyway, I love this. Slightly airy, fresh, very woody, you know, creamy, gourmand leaning fragrance that I think you'd absolutely love. And it's a super easy wear because of the beautiful, it smells like there's a white floral in here. Because of the beautiful white floral, slight animalic note. There may be some oud in here as well. You know, some guaiac wood possibly. You know, it's beautiful, but I'm loving Chelsea nights. But I do get, and that animalic note just makes it super sexy, you guys. Get your nose on this. Another light, airy, easy, fresh gourmand is Masalai's Vanilia. This is beautiful. You get a lot of that vanilla orchid in here. The fresh airiness of that caramel. Oh, this is so good, y'all. I don't even know why you don't have this in your fragrance collection. If you love the note of caramel, if you love a slight vanilla orchid notes, you know, and some vanilla on top of it, y'all. This is rich, it's smooth, it's creamy, yet light and airy. Get your nose on Masalai's Vanilia. I love this. If I ran out of this, I would purchase it again. Yes, I do have Helwa by Awas, but I love this one more, you guys. I keep forgetting that I have Helwa because this one is just a little more, it's giving a little more caramel, you guys, in this fragrance. The next one is one that I have a sample of, and I keep it in the box, but I am definitely going to be reaching for this, and this is by the house of NUIT Nomad, and this is Sugar Vanilla. Sugar Vanilla is gorgeous, and I'm kind of mad that I didn't buy a full bottle of this, but y'all, I haven't even used this one up yet, and I've had it for months, but it's beautiful. It's caramel. There's something citrusy in here too. It almost smells like a plum, but there's caramel, there's leather in here. It's woody, it's fresh. Like, how could you have a fresh leather? But I do have a fresh leather coming up, you guys, very soon that I'm going to review. In sugar leather, let's see, you have labdanum, amyris, you have some cinnamon and vanilla, but I'm getting like a slight citrusy or saffron note in here. And it's absolutely beautiful. Like, I love sugar leather, and I may buy me a full bottle of sugar leather, and this is by NUIT Nomad. This is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm loving it. I have another bottle. Actually, it's going to be coming up in a fragrance haul of NUIT Nomad, and I need to review the house in general. So the next one is Buontalenti, not Buontalenti. Buontalenti is a little heavier, so I didn't feature that in this one. This is Bianco Latte. This literally smells like a caramel latte with some honey. It's fresh, airy, light, it's rich, it's lactonic, it's milky, and I'm absolutely loving this fragrance. If you want to smell like a milky latte, literally milky, okay? Not that heavy, dense milky latte, but like a, you know, a watery, milky, more like an oat milk latte, okay? If you want to smell like a latte with some caramel and some honey in there, you need to check this one out, you guys. This is Bianco Latte by Giardini di Toscana. The next one is one that I wore a couple times during the past couple of weeks, and this is by number 9 Tribeca. This is a beautiful light airy gourmand, and this is May's like signature scent. We were at Tammy's birthday and May's birthday party, and she said this is a fragrance. If she had to take one fragrance for life, she would take TRIBECA. TRIBECA is beautiful, you know, it is, but I wouldn't take it for life. But she loves this fragrance, you guys. This is a beautiful cacao hazelnut. Literally, this smells like Baccarat Rouge 540 with cacao and hazelnut. It's beautiful, light, airy, fresh. You get, I think there's saffron in here as well. It's gorgeous, but literally smells like B540. If you don't want that, you know, the little medicinal notes in B540, it is not in TRIBECA. So minus the B540, minus the medicinal note, and add like maybe some caramel, some hazelnut, some sandalwood on top of it. It's gorgeous. If I ran out of this, I would purchase it again. I love it, but I still got a full bottle, y'all, and the bottle is gorgeous. The next one we're going to talk about is one that will probably be coming up in a fragrance haul, and my clothes are falling off. And this is by the House of Memoirs. I want to say Memoirs, but Memoiz, London, and this is Humanitas. I got mixed reviews on this fragrance when I wore it a couple times to work. Somebody said, what do you have on? It smells like Ted Baker. And Kate, you know, if you watch this review, you know who I'm talking to. She said, and she can't stand Ted Baker. So this one, to me, I couldn't really smell it. I'm going to have to wear this again. A couple of people liked it. One person didn't like it. So in here, I really didn't smell it. Now, I got a light, airy, musky, woody scent with a slight gourmand leading note. There's a note of cotton candy in here. I think like pink cotton candy in here. Anyway, this is Humanitas, okay? Love the bottle. There's some other fragrances in the house that I really want to get my nose on. Actually smelled the line over in Selfridges, and I knew that I liked one in a purple bottle. It was one in an orange bottle that I really liked. One smelled animalic. I think there's one in a yellow bottle or a pink bottle, but I like the fragrances, but I really need to spend more time with the perfume. So in Humanitas, you have your peach, passion fruit. There's orange, lily, magnolia, iris. There's a lot of notes in here. Heliotrope, pink icing. That's what it is in here, you guys. So when I smell this fragrance, you all, you get it's almost giving you, you get that muskiness. It's almost giving you a light ambroxany, your skin but better, sweet, a slight sweet sugared pink icing. You know, airy florals, very light. It's beautiful on the skin. But when I sprayed it on my whole body, and I sprayed it about, I think I remember spraying it about 12 to 15 times. I walked in, somebody said, oh, it smells like perfume in here. But literally, I could not smell myself. But spraying it on my skin up close, I smelled it. But apparently, this fragrance carries a massive sillage, you know? But y'all, I'm going to have to wear this some more, but a couple people like this. It is a slight airy gourmand leaning scent, you know, but very fresh, musky. It almost gives a, like I said, your skin but better. Paper, L'Eau Papier by Diptyque I'm smelling in here. Almost a fresh paper. You know how when you run warm paper through a copier, it gives you those vibes, you know, but I like it on skin. But like I said, I only got one compliment. One was not so good. One was good. And then somebody just said, it smells like perfume. Anyway, I like it on skin, but it dries down. It probably creates like more of a scent bubble on your skin. But I'm going to wear this and bring another review. Literally, you see the dent? I sprayed it like a lot. I think about 15 times when I did wear it. But yeah, I like it, but I'm really not getting it. But apparently the sillage is a beast, okay? Anyway, the next one we're going to talk about is Princess. Princess is a beautiful scent. Light, airy, fresh green tea, peach, marshmallow. It's beautiful. You get that dusty powderiness from the marshmallow, not necessarily the gooey, ooey marshmallow, ooey gooey marshmallow. But you definitely get that green tea, the peaches, you know, the freshness, the marshmallow. Love the scent. Have the square bottle as well. Anyway, it's a good fragrance, light, airy, fresh if you don't like a heavy gourmand. The next one we're going to talk about, last but not least, is, because this video is running long, is Zenobia, okay? So this fragrance is by the House of TOMAVICCI. Now, I did get a chance to smell Imperium, I think it was, and Demigod. They were nice, but they weren't for me. Imperium or Imperial kind of gave me a strawberry Delina vibe, fresh, airy, woody. And then Demigod kind of gave me vibes of like a more feminine Creed Aventus for her, but very fresh, airy, woody, very nice fragrance. I did like Demigod more than I liked Imperium, because Empress, one of the ones, it's EMP, okay? It smelled very familiar. But I did sample Zenobia, and when I sampled it, I had to have it. This could be a signature scent, you guys. So Zenobia is very beautiful. There's saffron, there's leather, there's oud. There's a lot of notes in here, but you really can't detect the notes that are in this fragrance. So in Zenobia, you have oud, leather, saffron. It's sweet, fruity, soft. You get a little bit of an airy rose, but a very like light rose scent. There's black currant, which I get. There's orange blossom, which I get. Vanilla, which I get. There's jasmine, Turkish rose, and it's very ambery. And I do get the saffron. So off top, you guys, this fragrance, I've worn it a couple times and I've gotten multiple compliments. This is definitely a compliment getter. So it's beautiful. It's fresh, airy, orange blossom, black currant. It's not super juicy. It's a very cohesive and beautiful smelling fragrance. May represented TOMAVICCI at Glamcation, and I smelled this fragrance over a month ago, about 2 months ago, maybe. Glamcation was in August, so I smelled this fragrance 2 months ago. And we all went out to dinner, Rico, her, and I, and we smelled the fragrance. And Louis, which is the owner of TOMAVICCI, I had a chance to give him my first impression on the phone, and I ordered the fragrance right away when I smelled it. Like I said, this could literally be a signature scent. It's smooth, it's airy, it's creamy, it's fresh. I am loving the fragrance. Now, the bottle is gorgeous as well. It is heavy. The top is actually like aluminum. The bottle is glass, okay? So there's a difference. Kind of wish the top was heavy too, but you know, nice, beautiful bottle. You can't see through it. But the bottle's gorgeous. It's cute. Some people say that it's a little gaudy, but I think it's cool. Okay, it's cool. We all want to show our beautiful gold bottles or flash them over on Instagram. So now if you like, now this fragrance definitely is super affordable. Now it reminds me of another 2 fragrances that I do have in my collection. Now, if you like the notes, if you like MULA, then you're gonna love this fragrance, okay? If you like Le Capitale by Xerjoff, then you're gonna like this fragrance. So this gives me, and I do love it, and it's 100 ml, y'all. It's not 50 mls or 75 mls like MULA, and it's for, you could get this. He always has discounts. You can get it for a more affordable price. Now, Zenobia like literally reminds me of these 2 fragrances, and y'all know that I've been saying it for years. These 2 fragrances remind me of one another, just minus the leather in MULA. Y'all, but literally it smells like these fragrances, and I'm absolutely loving it. And you can get a great deal with 100 mls, y'all. So Louis did an amazing job, you know, on this scent. But y'all, when I tell you, now when I wear MULA, I get compliments. When I wear like Le Capitale, I get compliments. But when I wore this one, Zenobia, I got compliments from men and women all day long. What are you wearing? So I bought samples that I had to work, and I passed out the samples, gave them the site, all that good stuff. So get your nose on TOMAVICCI's Zenobia. This, like I said, this could be a signature scent, and I'm loving it, you all. I think that is it. Oh, I did want to mention, if you all, because these fragrances are really not talked about in the fragrance community, but I just grabbed two. But I do have these Bulgari fragrances that I want to talk about on top of some samples. I bought 3 bottles on top of some samples that I love. Yes, I lied. I have been hauling, okay? But Bulgari, when I smelled these fragrances, y'all, the salesperson pulled me in. I went to actually smell Chelsea Nights at Bloomingdale's, okay? And a couple other fragrances. But when I smelled Baciami, oh, y'all, if you like, I'm not gonna talk about them yet, but this is slight similarities in the opening to another fragrance, but this one is stunning. Baciami by Bulgari. The sandalwood in these fragrances are aged. I think they're aged by 50 years or something. And then this one's is beautiful as well. And this one is Fantasia. This one's Fantasia Vanetta. This one's Baciami. And I have Spectacular, okay? And then I have a lot of samples. They have some new releases, but those 3 I love the most. And I purchased 4 bottles of. Y'all, I am loving those 3 fragrances. Like, literally, go sample them at Bloomingdale's. I know which ones that are more mass appealing, but are different in its own way. Spectacular reminds me of a slight scent that I have in my collection that is in my top 10 for life. And then Baciami reminds me of a fragrance that is hard to find in the opening. And Fantasia Vanetta is for the patchouli lovers, y'all, but it's juicy, okay? Get your nose, go sample, okay? They're a little bit pricey, not a safe blind buy because of the price, but if I had to choose which ones to tell you guys would be a safe blind buy, it would be Baciami and Spectacular, okay? Anyway, y'all, go on to the world, spread amazing sillage, do good, be good. I think I covered all the fragrances. And y'all, these are Gourmands that are fresh, airy, amazing for the fall, and easy to love. Get your nose on them. All right, bye. Love you. Make sure you click that thumbs up, okay? And leave me a comment down below if you are interested in a review on those Bulgari fragrances or that house. All right, love you all. Bye-bye. Mwah.